Chief said, I've been to Peters Township Library, and I want to say it was a year, and they were almost.
But they made the pavers better since then. It depends on what quality they get.
Okay.
You know, and they've improved that a lot because a lot of them have, I've seen them where they have faded. And I've also seen some that look beautiful.
Yeah, like
and they stay
my
beautiful.
stepsons go to Duquesne, they have
Yeah.
pavers there.
But no, everybody has been on board with these pavers, if they're, because we had originally thought before doing the pavers that we would do a plaque with, you know, brass name tags instead. But the pavers will make the monument stand out more, I think, and make it, if we can make it in a circle around the monument, I think it'll be nice because it'll be a place, you know.
Plus you can add to it if
Yeah,
it's like.
and then maybe we can get Boy Scouts to build a couple little
And that is
benches.
only for people who were in Cecil Township mines, even the pavers.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the pavers, if you lived in Cecil Township, but you worked in another mine, I believe you can get a paver too,
Okay.
right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yes. So that way, any Cecil resident that worked in, say they worked in at one of the Cannonsburg mines, they could be included.
Board, has another question? Or another?
The monument is there for the miners that passed away, but the only reason we can make any money is to sell the pavers. That's why the pavers were suggested. You know, I mean, it was, how else you gonna get money for the monument? To sell the pavers, and that's where we get the money to do this. I mean, the pavers may not last a long time, you know, we're trying to get the best brick we can get.
Right.
I just think that we need to maybe make it clear when we're selling them, maybe send some sort of notice to the resident or whoever's purchased one that, you know, we'll do our best to maintain them, but there's no guarantee that they'll last. Just so that we're not, nobody's coming back to us in like 3 years or 5 years and asking us to dig up pavers.
We can't
and
guarantee the pavilion's
replace
gonna
them.
last either, right?
I'm sorry?
We can't say the pavilion's gonna last.
No, and I agree with you, and I understand that, but I guarantee there's somebody at our board 3 years from now yelling at us that you can't read their dad's name and they paid $100 and they want us to dig it up and.
I had a conversation with Dave Mortinsek this morning, and the subject about the pavers came up. Tom, you started to address it about the names. And David represented to me that, let's say for some reason a brick were to crack, that would be the responsibility of the Historic Society to see that particular paver is repaired, so that does not fall on the township. Now,
That's different than what.
that's what he told me this morning.
Yeah, Dave would know, because he's.
Okay, so that's fine, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Right, and I would suggest if the board is voting to approve this, that there be some kind of very simple maintenance agreement that lays all of this out very clearly, what the Historical Society is going to be responsible for. We look at the warranty that Rome gives, so we know what they're going to be responsible for, just so everyone's on the same page moving forward.
Mhm.
That's my suggestion.
Should that be done prior to voting, or?
Can we make a condition of voting tonight that, you know, upon a maintenance agreement between Cecil Township Board of Supervisors and Cecil
Sure,
Township
absolutely.
Society, so we're not holding it up.
Right, yeah, no, I'm not suggesting that we need to hold it up for that,
Yeah.
but it'd be better for all of us moving forward if that's written down somewhere.
Agreed.
So
Okay.
Kathy, you had mentioned that benches could be added later to
Well,
the area.
we'd bring that back to you later on, because that would be something we would see if the Boy Scouts would do for
Okay.
a project or something, so
And
that's
then-
not necessary to do that now.
And then the little.
That was just my idea, that wasn't the historical
I
The
society.
like-
benches,
Yeah,
I like them.
But
I'm a
that,
genealogist, so I look at everything as, I love going to sit in the cemeteries, not everybody's like me, but, you know.
so the
You
little
can
wall
get
that
along
goes
very
beyond
well with
that,
my mom.
I'm sorry, the little wall that is in addition, that may be something you would come back for as well?
If we had to, but it would be nice if we could get it now, because that way, all it would be that one section. That would include everything in that one section with the monument, the pavers, and just the partial wall. Because the partial wall in the back it'll only be about 2 feet high.
I would include a wall to help prevent erosion.
Yeah.
I would make that wall part of this plan right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Is it like this, Kathy, the one illustration that
Yes.
shows?
That's why we included that picture, because the way that the pavers go around the monument, except instead of that little monument, ours would be long and straight.
the wall kind of sets it off too.
Pardon me?
Like, the wall kind of finishes it off.
Yeah, that's what I put in my notes too. It does, it kind of finishes it off and makes it,
It's also a sitting wall too, though, right? It's a sitting wall, sitting height.
yeah.
So there would be maybe another foundation poured at the base of that wall?
Well, if we get the wall, we'd have to do fundraisers for that unless somebody donates it. So, like I said, the only thing with it, if we could get the approval for it, then, then we can pursue trying to get funds to put the wall in. Maybe we'll have that done right after we do the pavers and the monuments. It depends. We have enough money. But we would make sure that it all blends in, and looks beautiful. I don't want nothing.
Okay, any other comments from the board? May I ask, first of all, would the board like to act upon this evening?
I'll make a motion that we approve
What?
Miners Pavilion pending the condition of a maintenance agreement between the board of
Yeah, I put that down there.
Supervisors and-
Maintenance agreement between the Township, Road Monument, and the Cecil Historical Society.
So I have a motion made and a second?
Second.
Second. Any further discussions or anything else that possibly need to be addressed?
Can I make a recommendation that the board can consider or not? And that is, I understand there's some inscriptions that are going to go on there other than names that haven't yet been written, that the board may want to just look at them before they actually are inscribed to make sure it's.
What I'm thinking it's gonna be is, an etching of a coal miner on the front and the year that it's dedicated. Then on the back, someone is checking into maybe if they could etch a small drawing of Cecil Township to show the location of the mines, from the township roads. And the only other thing that would be on the back will be the name of the mine, Ridgeway Coal Company, and then the year it started and the year it closed. If we can find it. I found some of them, but not all of them.
So can we say this, because I'm okay with everything that she just said, so if it's something other than
No,
what
it's
you're
nothing other than
describing, that you would come back before the
Yeah.
board, but if it's the picture etching of the miner and the map
Yeah.
and the name of the mine,
Yeah, and then during the dedication, the plan is, my suggestion was that we get the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts available to see if they would read the names of each miner with, I have a brief history of their nationality, their age, what they died, how they died, and if I know where they're buried, where they're buried. Just to put a little life to each miner.
so I think,
We have a motion, we have an addition, a condition. I would ask maybe, could we do that visual? Could we get an amendment that would include that visual looking at it once they see what it's going to look like on the back or what it's going to say? Do you want to see it?
Well, once they do that, we can have them.
I mean, if it's
Because
other
they'll
than,
probably do a printout for us, as to what it probably will look like. I don't know until they'll probably give us a final printout, but probably not till it's close to being right before it's etched. So we could provide that to the township, there would be no
so
problem.
I'll amend my motion
That'd be
that
great.
we approve the miners memorial with the maintenance agreement, and please provide us with a copy of the etching prior to the work
Okay.
being done.
We will. A motion, Franklin, second, or we need a second with that new amendment added to it?
Second.
Second, very well. Any further discussion? Yes. Public, would you have anything else to add? Or any comments? You could please step to the microphone. Any comments at all? Very well. Let's have the vote then. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
5-0. Allow the record to show, Carol. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very well. And I believe that
Get on that agreement as soon as possible.
we will wrap up this evening's meeting with that. There is one executive session planned this evening for personnel issue. On that note, the meeting is over, 7:39. Thank you.